Okay, so the title of this video is People Will Think I'm Crazy, but there's a reason. Okay, so people will think you're crazy, people will think I'm crazy, and I understand it. And people will definitely think I'm wasteful, but there is a method behind my madness. Okay, people will think you're crazy, but you need to set an hourly rate and you never ever go below that. Anything you do, you can't do a task, anything below that, unless you enjoy doing it, by the way. So if your hourly rate is £150 an hour that you set for yourself, is that is your worth, then if you've got to cut the grass, for example, and you don't want to cut the grass, get someone to do it because it can be charged at £13 an hour, £15 or whatever it is. It's not worth your time. You need to set the hourly limit. It is a game changer. And another thing as well, that people think you're crazy for. I just bought a blender. This is when I was making these notes. This was 2 months ago now. I bought a blender for 150 quid, and you've got a month to take it back or something. And when we did it, it just, do you know what? Claire was like, "You'll never use it. You'll never use it." And I thought, I'm going to show her. I'm going to show her. But I didn't show her. She was right. We never used it. And she goes, "Are you going to take it back?" I'm like, "No, I'm not taking it back." And she goes, "Why are you taking it back? 150 quid. So it's not worth my time." And she was like, "Ah!" She thought I was crazy, nuts, like most people will do. It's not worth my time. It would take me an hour to box it up, take it down to the post office, post it, mess around, find out where it goes to, then check if the money's coming in, check if the money. Do you know what? Bollocks to that. No, I'd rather give it away. I am not. I'd rather chuck it in the bin. I am not messing around for 150 quid. And you need to do that. You need to set yourself a limit, whatever it is. If it's £10, £5, £20 an hour, you need to set a limit for your time, because it's the most valuable thing. And I promise you, it's so freeing when you have this time, when you set these boundaries. It is incredible for you, because it's liberating. As soon as you think, do you know what? No, it's not worth my time. My time is worth more than that. I don't want to do something that is going to be £150 an hour or £10 an hour or whatever it is. It's just not worth my time. I bought something at Christmas as well. Some football goals. We've got a 3G pitch in the garden, and I bought these things, these like mannequins that you stake in the ground, you put in the ground, and I thought the kit. I don't know what I thought, but basically, I can't put them in the 3G pitch because there's like they're like, well, stakes, I guess. Stakes, exactly what I said first time around. And you've got to smash them in, and you obviously that's how they hold up. You just put them in the ground. But obviously I can't do that because I don't want to make holes in my 3G pitch. And Claire was like, "Are you gonna send these back?" I was like, "No, they're 80 quid. I'm not. I'd rather give them to a friend. I am not taking them back. I can't be bothered." And I put here, no, most people think you're crazy. Good. You don't want to be like most people. This sounds bad. They have a normal life. You want an awesome life, and you need to act differently. That's how you get an awesome life. If you act like everybody else, if you do what everybody else does, you'll have a life like everybody else. You need to act a little bit wacky. You need to act a little bit crazy. You need to act completely different, because if you don't, guess what? You're going to have the exact same as everybody else. And if you don't want the same results as everybody else, then what do you need to do? You need to do something different, because clearly what everybody else is doing isn't working for them. Unless they're happy and content. But I don't want that life. I don't want to be, I was going to say, I don't want to be happy and content. Of course I do. But my level of what I want is way up there. I don't want what everybody else has got. I want more. I'm going to be frank. I want more. I want, and it sounds dirty. It sounds dirty saying it. People think it's horrible saying you want more money. Of course I want more money. But why do I want more money? Because I want to have a bigger impact on my loved ones, the people around me, and a bigger impact on charities and people that I care about. That's why I want more money. And there's nothing wrong with that. And to get more money, you need to do things differently. You just can't, if you look around what everybody else is doing, then and see what they've got, if you don't want that, then it's okay. But you need to act differently. You need to act differently. And I need to put a caveat in here, because I was listening to a podcast, and these two guys were disagreeing about this. One was saying, no, you set yourself an hour limit, and I'd rather chuck it away. He was talking about an 80 grand car. I'm thinking, I don't care if it gets marked. And the other guys, I'm completely different than you. And his caveat was, listen, I'm not wasteful. I can't do that. I cannot. I'd rather send it back because I don't want to be wasteful. If you don't want to be wasteful, that's absolutely fine. Then it stands to reason why that. If that's your thought process. I mean, if my dad was listening to this, maybe sometimes he does, I don't know. He'd be like, "Oh my God, that is the worst thing I've ever heard," because he don't want to be wasteful. Me, on the other hand, I want to protect my time. And so it's got to be right for you. Whichever side of a coin that you fall on is fine. But ultimately, you've got to be different to most people if you want different results. If you want the same results as everybody else, act like everybody else. If you want different results, then you need to act differently. And this is one way that you can certainly act differently, is by putting a value on your time. If you put a value on your time, then don't go below that. I don't like cutting the grass, so someone else does it. I don't like washing my car, so somebody else does it. I don't like cleaning my house, so somebody else does it. I don't like ironing, so somebody else does it. I leverage money so I don't have to do that. And it's okay saying, well, I don't have money yet. Well, yeah, but the more you leverage, and if you're leveraging the time, if you don't want to cut the grass, then if you're paying someone £15 an hour to cut the grass or whatever, if you can earn more than £15, or if it's worth that hour you working on your side hustle, then that is how you leverage. That is how you grow. That is how you develop. That is how you push forward, by leveraging and paying other people to do stuff you don't want to do. But as long as in that time, if money's short, by the way, as long as in that time you're doing something productive, you're doing something towards your goals. If you are, kudos. Gotta go, guys. It is getting late, so I will see you soon. Love you. Appreciate you. Bye.